Tragically, there are a ton of monetary specialists out there who maintain that you should utilize obligation to get rich. They all utilize deliberate misdirection and toss around extravagant terms like influence and edge to make this sound like a refined financial planning methodology that will put you on the road to success to a high total assets. Yet, actually this, assuming obligation to contribute is more hazardous than getting over a mountain without a rope. How about we separate what edge exchanging is, the way it works, and why it's one of the most risky ways of putting away your well-deserved cash? What is edge exchanging? Edge exchanging is the point at which you trade stocks or different kinds of ventures with acquired cash. That implies you are straying into the red to contribute. Let that hit home briefly. So at whatever point you see edge, we maintain that you should promptly think acquired cash. Furthermore, since you are applying for a new line of credit to purchase stocks, you are surrendering a few control and responsibility for ventures to the financier firm that gives you an edge credit. So on the off chance that things don't end up great, the business firm could sell each of your portions without expecting to talk with you, similar to a home dispossession, erring on that later. Edge exchanging is the point at which you trade stocks or different kinds of speculations with acquired cash. That implies you are straying into the red to contribute. Edge exchanging is based on this thing called influence, which is the possibility that you can utilize acquired cash to purchase more stocks and possibly get more cash flow on your venture. However, influence is a two-sided deal that likewise enhances your gamble. While you could get more cash flow on the off chance that you bet on the right pony, you likewise could lose more assuming that you pick a washout stock. More often than not, somebody who consents to an edge arrangement can get up to half of the price tag of a marginable venture. Interpretation. Under edge exchanging rules, you could purchase 2 times. Also, since these are advances, you will need to pay interest on them. For the most part, edge advances accompany loan fees averaging between 6-8%. However, at times those rates could go as high as 10% relying upon the size of your record balance. How does edge exchanging work? The most ideal way to comprehend the intricate details of edge exchanging is to perceive the way in which it could work out in reality. Suppose Jerry has 5,000 cash close by and there's a stock he needs to purchase that is valued at 100 per share, so he feels free to purchase 50 portions of that stock. After 1 year, the cost of the stock ascends to 120 per offer and Jerry chooses to sell every one of his portions for 6,000. That implies Jerry made a 1,000 benefit on his underlying venture. By and large, that is the way stock exchanging works. However, we should rear up to the start of the story. Under edge rules, Jerry could put down 5,000 and afterward acquire another 5,000 to purchase 100 portions of that stock he was checking out. On the off chance that Jerry executed that edge exchange and sold each of his portions a year after the fact for that equivalent 120 per share value, he would make 12,000 on that edge exchange. After Jerry repays the 5,000 he acquired, in addition to intrigue, he'd wind up with somewhat under 2,000 in benefit. Sounds perfect, isn't that so? Hold on for a moment. Keep in mind, while your successes are greater, so are your misfortunes. That is the clouded side of edge exchanging. Imagine a scenario in which the stock value dropped to 80 per share following 1 year and Jerry chose to sell and pick up and move on. On the off chance that unfortunate Jerry sold each of the 13 of his portions for 8,000, he'd in any case need to take care of the 5,000 he acquired, once more in addition to intrigue. That leaves Jerry with under 3,000 of his underlying speculation. That implies he just took a 2,000 hit. Yoser. Assuming that he had recently stayed with purchasing 50 offers with his 5,000, he would have just lost 1,000. What is an edge call? At the point when you take out an edge credit from a financier firm to purchase stocks or different sorts of speculations, you need to meet a base value prerequisite, and that implies you should have a specific measure of money in your record consistently. At the point when you see value, simply think cash. On the off chance that your stock down falls beneath that level, it could set off an edge call. An edge call is the point at which the financier firm expects you to store more money into the record to meet the base value necessity. On the off chance that you neglect to do that, they can sell each of your portions without your assent, leaving you without any offers regardless owing them cash for the credit. It's the worst situation imaginable of an edge credit. We should involve Jerry as an illustration once more. Keep in mind, he purchased stock for 10,000 and bought half of that stock with acquired cash. So that implies Jerry had half value toward the beginning of his edge exchange. You can ascertain how much value in your record by utilizing the accompanying condition. Most financier firms have a base value necessity between 30-35%. So on the off chance that the financier firm Jerry acquired from has a 30% least value prerequisite and the complete worth of Jerry's stock tumbles to 6,000, Jerry will end up in hot water. That is on the grounds that when you deduct how much the edge advance, 5,000, from the ongoing worth of Jerry's stock, 6,000, Jerry is left with 1,000 in value in the record, or 17% value, which is well underneath the Financier Association's base prerequisite. Since his record is currently underneath the base value prerequisite, Jerry gets an edge call for 800 from his financier firm. 30% of 6,000 is 1,800. That implies he wants to put an extra 800 on top of the 1,000 in value he has in the record to meet the company's base prerequisite. Also, what occurs assuming Jerry neglects to meet the edge call? Then it's conceivable that the firm can sell every one of his portions without speaking with him first. What's more, Jerry will in any case need to repay the firm for the cash he acquired. Not a great opportunity to be Jerry at this moment. Why edge exchanging is a horrendous thought. We won't attempt to make shallow changes here. Edge exchanging is a poorly conceived notion. A truly impractical notion. Obligation is now idiotic without anyone else yet attempting to contribute with obligation. That is a completely separate degree of inept. Perhaps of the greatest fantasy out there is that moguls created their financial momentum by facing enormous challenges with their cash. Wrong. While the facts really confirm that basically all ventures accompany some gamble, moguls hold their gamble and award proportions under wraps by staying with demonstrated, predictable speculations with long-haul histories.